Meet George Jetson.
Eep, op, ork, ah.
His wife, Judy.
Oh.
I don't know the rest of it. I
Yeah,
thought I had it.
that's okay.
That's what happens.
Do you realize what today is? It's April 14th.
I know.
Have you done your taxes?
Oh, tomorrow. Oh.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, my.
Are they going to come arrest me if I don't get them done tomorrow?
No, they're just going to charge you a bunch of money.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Anyway, okay.
But the way Doge is going, then they lay everybody
Kip,
off.
can you just come fill in? I need to go do my taxes.
File an extension.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
That's the Karen Farrell school of thought right there.
I just do the TurboTax thing. I can have it done in an hour. No big deal. Awesome. Good morning.
It is a big deal.
Yeah, I know. Oh, taxes? Ugh. Who would ever want to be a tax preparer? Ugh. There's no fun in that. I want to do theater. Let's talk theater. And we're talking, oh.
We're going to talk about the Great Comet, which...
You know, everybody out there, these two people right here, that is one of our favorite theatrical experiences ever.
That was an event that I don't even have words for.
So, do you remember where we sat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell them.
And it was Oaks last night.
Uh-huh.
And that dancer who was literally right here stomping, and I was afraid if I put my hand up, I was going to get squished. The show was so great on Broadway. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you anything about it because I was so entranced with what was going on.
I mean, you literally, that was a show that you literally needed to have your head be able to swivel all around to be able to see everything.
And I'm curious how a high school recreates that.
Oh. We're going to learn about today.
We're going to swing through the trees with the greatest of ease, like the daring young men on the flying trapeze in Tarzan.
Did you just add a new number to that show?
I did.
I don't think it's in there.
No, it's not. It's from George the Jungle. Oh. George Tarzan.
George of the Jungle. Okay.
So watch out for that tree.
Albertville High School is doing Tarzan. Awesome.
They are.
Are they going to fly? Is he going to fly?
Well, he can't be Tarzan and not fly.
I wonder if they'll use like bungee cords or something, like...
Oddly enough, I watched a great documentary on making rope last night, and one of the things was about making bungee cords and how much weight bungee cords can hold.
You know what? Tarzan's got a lot in common with our next show. Because we're going to fly too, remember?
Oh, Peter Pan.
Peter's coming April 22 to 27.
It is.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Bring the Tarzan over and hook him up.
Tarzan and Peter Pan, boom, smash it up in the middle of the stage.
I like that. That's kind of fun. You know, we had great fun smashing plates at Mamma Mia. Remember that?
I wasn't there, but y'all did. I saw the video.
You saw the video? They smashed 300 plates. That's amazing.
So, I think Peter Pan and Tarzan smashing up in the middle of the air over the audience would be kind of awesome.
Big battle, maybe swords and everything.
Tarzan has a knife, not a sword.
He can learn.
And he goes, oh, can you do the Tarzan call?
I cannot. I'm not even going to try to fake it. Okay.
I think we should go ahead and cut to the break now.
Braden, where's Braden? Is he here? Good. You can do a Tarzan yell, right? Yeah. All right. You got to do it on camera now. Woo-hoo!
So, I think we should cut to a break and get the kids from...
Because we're silly enough.
Great Comet out here.
Okay.
Because I kind of actually want to hear what it's about. Because like I said, I was so entranced in the musical on Broadway.
Okay. Let them do the talking.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you in a minute.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
The high-flying adventure begins. Join Peter, Wendy, Tiger Lily, and Captain Hook on an adventure to Neverland for the entire family. Think the loveliest thoughts. And get ready to take flight. Peter Pan. At the Von Braun Center, April 22nd through 27th. On sale at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Buying or selling your home, why not trust a legend? Huntsville native Karen Farrell can make the process fun, exciting, and easy. Enjoy the biggest investment of your life. Call a legend, Karen Farrell of Legend Realty, 468-4626, or find her on Facebook. So, if you guys heard me talking at the intro,
I saw Great Comet. I was there. I fully experienced it.
So
Other
jealous.
than knowing it's a part of War and Peace, I really had no idea what it was about because I was so entranced by it. So please tell the world what it's about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, introduce yourselves first. Okay.
That'll do it. Do you want to go first, Simon?
You can start first. I'll
All
tell the
right.
plot.
Hello, my name is Claire Landers, and I will be playing Anatole as well as assistant student directing.
Hello, my name is Lena Rossellis, and I will be playing Natasha.
I'm Simon Sakalis. I'll be playing Pierre, and I've also been the student producer.
Okay, and what school are you guys from?
James Clemens.
Because there's nothing like watching one of our episodes where we have these two great schools on there and we never one time said what they were.
So, Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812. That's quite a title, and
Yes.
I'm sure
It's quite a show. I mean,
it's quite a show. What is the abbreviated, the way you refer to the show?
Great Comet.
Great Comet,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, for everybody out in TV world, tell us about this story, because it's a lot.
Yeah, Great Comet, it can definitely feel complicated at times, but when you really boil it down, there's a young woman named Natasha, and she has a fiance she loves very much named Andre. But then he has to go off to war, so she gets a bit lonely, even though she's attending like all these Russian high society events. And then she meets a bad boy named Anatole. And then she starts getting in a little bit of trouble, so her family friend Pierre has to kind of get involved and clean it up, and through that Pierre kind of finds a life lesson for him as well.
Are you doing this show historically correct?
We try.
So, I've got to ask, do you have someone sitting at the piano going,
Yes.
"Dum"?
Yes.
So we have Simon. He will be playing the piano as he's performing as Pierre, and then we also have our amazing music
Johnson.
director, Newt Johnson. on
Okay,
piano as
were
well.
you a pianist before this?
I was, but a mid-tier one at best. So Newt's
Okay.
had to work with me a lot.
My grandmother, who raised me, made me take piano lessons from the age of 7 to 17.
Wow.
So that's about all I can play. Okay, go ahead, y'all. Sorry.
Let's go ahead, continue on about the story. And where are you guys at in the process of the rehearsal process?
Yeah, so we have gotten, yes. We are right before Tech Week, so Tech Week is next week, and I think that we're at a really great spot, you know. It's an over 2 hour long show of straight singing, and so we have been able to do complete run-throughs where we don't even need to stop and start, and I think that our creative process has just been very well organized. We're at a really good spot right now, and I think everyone's just feeling really confident about where we're gonna be.
So just as a student director for this show, what do you think is one of the most important things that you do for your cast?
For I definitely think so. As a assistant student director, since I've kind of had to take a back seat with such a ambitious role to also be doing, I think a lot of my job is just communicating with actors and communicating what our leadership is wanting to tell everybody. So really just being like, hey guys, this song, we really need to make this energy hype. We need to get a lot of energy out because that's part of the fun of this show is how engaging it is and how exciting it is to just be an audience member. So definitely communicating those wishes of leadership to them.
In playing Natasha, what for you are the greatest challenges in playing that role, but also your favorite parts about playing that role?
The greatest challenge is probably she does a lot of singing throughout the show, and I think it's just very vocally tiring for me sometimes. But
You're killing
I
it.
just I just really
She's so humble.
I'm trying to take care of my voice, and that's something I need to learn. And my favorite part is probably getting to explore her character development, how she starts out versus how she is in the end of the show, because she's very naive, very young in the beginning, and then as the show progresses, she sort of matures and kind of learns who she is as a person. So I think I really enjoy
Just
that.
one follow-up to that. As a singer, it requires so much demand on your voice. For everybody watching out there, are there any tips or tricks that you work for you in trying to, preserve and keep your voice?
I know everybody says this, but drink lots of water.
I say that every day.
I really like the Grethers pastels. I think that's what they're called. Those, I love those so much. And I also have a vocal mister, which I do like maybe once a week or so. And it just really, I feel like it helps my voice a lot.
So I have a question. So seeing the show on Broadway, where it's literally worked into the theater. I mean, he and I were at a table with the stage right here next to us. How do you transform that into your stage?
Yeah, fantastic news. We are keeping true to form with how it was done on Broadway.
Oh my!
So this is definitely, not only is it one of the most challenging shows we've done acting-wise at James Clemens in our 12-year existence, but it is by far our biggest technical production ever. So our orchestra pit is basically fully covered by even more set, and then we have 2 set platforms built out in the audience. So wherever you sit, audience, there will be actors around you, because we're even passing through the aisles all the time. Me personally, Pierre sits in the pit with the musicians when he's not acting. So it's very, very, very engaging. So yes, it'll be just like Broadway.
So just FYI, I'm probably going to be either staring at you playing piano. So
All right.
It's welcome. Please do.
So what, when, and where?
It is, so the remaining shows are the 17th through the 19th, and you can get tickets on JCHS.
JC Theater.
JC Theater website and also .org and GoFan.
Yes, go fan.
And that's where you can get tickets.
So we'll give you one more chance, because everyone needs a backup. What, when, and where?
Well, he just stressed her out. She's having performance anxiety over this one.
Natasha cannot have performance anxiety. I'm just saying, she's in the title.
She's got it.
Quit stressing her out, will ya?
It is
You got this, girl. You got it. You got it.
It is at James Clemens High School.
Yes.
And the remaining performances are the 17th through the 19th. And you can get tickets on jctheater.org and also on gofan.co.
Okay,
Sweet.
who plays the comet?
Come and
find out.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate.
Yes,
over
there really
who's
is.
Comet.
Well, thank you guys, and we'll
Break
see
a leg.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Break a leg.
Minutes.
Thank you.
The Deep Comics and Games has the largest selection of comics, board games, toys, and collectibles in North Alabama, with thousands of comics arriving weekly. Choose from the classics by DC and Marvel to the newest generation of heroes. Offering comics in every genre, The Deep has a comic for everyone. Selling your collection, The Deep is always buying and will give you the most cash for your stash. The Deep Comics and Games, 2310 South Memorial Parkway, just south of Office Depot.
Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables, May 6th through 11th at the Von Braun Center. On sale now at BroadwayTheaterLeague.org.
Tarzan, how are you, sir?
Quite good.
So how does it feel to be raised by apes?
Makes me feel very strong.
I bet.
Good morning, Michaela. How are you?
Good morning, how are you?
And you're playing Jane
Yes.
in Albert High School's production of Tarzan. That's correct.
Albertville. You said Albert High School.
Did I?
Yes.
I live there. I think you would know how to say.
Rewind the tape.
Okay, edit, delete. There you go. Anyway, it's about these guys right now.
Right.
So I wish you could have flown in, onto the set. That'd have been really cool.
That'd been very awesome.
Yes. So are you learning a lot of trapeze, or how are you gonna fly?
We've got a whole system hooked up, and we're wrapping it up around our waist because there's different. I have a Tarzan harness, and me and Turk, we have a special kind of harness, and everybody else has a different one. So ours is around our waist, and everybody else is a little bit up. So it gives us more movement to move around while we're in the air.
I want a Tarzan harness.
Could you imagine you and I, we'll make us about this for just a second, up there trying to fly through the air and be like, ah!
You could be a great Jane.
I see you've got a sense of humor too. That's good. So my next question, the hair.
Awesome hair.
Did you grow it for the role, or did it come that way?
I've always had decently long hair, but
Yes.
whenever I found out we were doing Tarzan, I wanted him, so I went all out and went ahead and just started growing it out.
Awesome. So what's Jane? Tell us about her and what her role is in the show and what you like about her.
Well, Jane is Victorian. She's a botanist. And she goes out and travels. She is sweet. But she's curious. My favorite part about her is that she wants to learn everything about everything in the jungle. So
Very cool. I think you'll probably typecast because you're very, very sweet.
Thank you.
So I think Jane has some awesome fingernails.
She does. Show everybody out there. You got to show them your nails. Wow. You could hurt somebody with those.
So-
those are cool.
I'm sure someone watching probably doesn't know. What is Tarzan about?
Tarzan, it's about how to fit in and like how he wants to make everybody realize that he belongs and how it's like to be a man, but you don't have to be a big and strong man. Like it's manly to show your feelings and it's manly to be aware and love everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't think we'd fit in because we're kind of outsiders, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're more outsiders. Yeah, exactly. So, what are the challenges in doing Tarzan? I mean, normally in musical theater, you might, singing and some dancing, a little, shuffle or whatever, but there's a lot more to this. Tell us about some of those special things.
I've started learning a few tricks. Like I got a back tuck in recently and...
A back tuck what?
A back tuck.
As in
Yeah.
acrobatics, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Did not know that. Okay.
Wow.
You're not going to demonstrate it here, are you?
Oh.
Okay, good. We want to break the furniture. And what are other special elements in the show?
We've got flying, we've got people running in through the house, we've got a whole bunch of like getting involved in like the music is amazing. Like the music's super cool and it's very fun.
Music.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. Thank you. I was just getting ready to say that. Thank you. Yes. Awesome. So what's your favorite part of the show?
Well, it's kind of hard. Like my favorite part is we're friends, but it's on the stage. It's kind of awkward, that blossoming love story.
Oh, okay. Yes.
We
That's
are
important.
friends, but it's a little awkward.
Yeah, all that mushy stuff. I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But it's good that you're friends, so that you do they have to have a intimacy coach? Do you do that these days? Do you have to have that?
Yes, we asked about consent.
Oh, okay, good. Well, you just can't walk up to a stranger and kiss them. I mean, you could, but you'd probably get slapped.
No, but we talked about whether or not we will kiss or not.
Okay. Good. So, where is the show? It's going to be at Albertville High School. Albertville, thank you.
I didn't say anything that time. You got it right.
Anyway, at Albertville High School, tell us about when it is and how to get tickets and everything.
We start on April 17th, 18th, and 19th. We have 2 shows on the 19th, one at 2 p.m. and then one at 7 p.m. And you can get your tickets at gofan.co by searching up Albertville High School, or you can contact us at 256-894-5000.
Sweet.
And how did you get into acting?
Well, it was recent. I started last year.
You started last year and you're already Jane? Wow.
Yeah. Well, I love music. It runs through my family. I used to be in a mariachi band when I was younger in Mexico, but I feel like Miss A, she was like, I was sitting in class one day and she was like, Michaela, how about you try out for our 5th Son production? And I was like, I don't know. I don't even know what theater is. And then I tried out and I got the part. And here I am now.
Yes, wonderful. I've got to ask, I'm sorry, do you mind? Just
No, go
popped
ahead.
to my head, thank you. One of my favorite lines, do you get to do it? Meet Tarzan, you Jane. Do you get to do that?
Yes.
So, how long have you been acting?
This is my first year doing anything.
And you're Tarzan? Well, you got that.
He's Tarzan, he's flying through the air, he's got these harnesses on. I mean,
Okay. Do the call. The Tarzan call.
No, you gotta come watch it.
Oh! What a tease!
Actually, that's fantastic. Because now I'm going to go watch it.
Build the anticipation. Awesome.
Okay, when, where?
April 17th, 18th, and 19th, Albertville Fine Arts Center, and you can contact us at Albertville High School, 256-894-5000, or gofan.co.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
Oh, wow. And he's Tarzan. What are you doing next year? Besides being in the Tallulahs.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Awesome.
What are y'all doing next year?
TBD.
Okay.
Oh, more anticipation.
I know, they're just leaving us hanging all day long,
All
aren't
day
they?
long, they keep all these big secrets.
Well,
All right.
thank you guys. You have fun?
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome. Go
Break
see
a leg.
Tarzan,
Thank you.
and we will see you in just a few minutes.
See you in a minute. Thank you both very much.
The high-flying adventure begins for a whole new generation. Think the loveliest thoughts and get ready to take flight. Peter Pan at the Von Braun Center, April 22nd through 27th. On sale now.
Have you listened to Mix 96.9? The 80s, 90s, and more, with the best variety.
Mix 96.9.
Fun and upbeat. Mix 96.9.
The best variety of 80s, 90s, and more.
Mix 96.9.
Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. We've gone from high school students to Kip.
Well, I mean, today's episode, and I'm going to direct this right at you, my friend. I mean, the fact that, you know, that James Clemens is doing Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812, the amount of talent and the commitment and everything for that show, and then Tarzan.
And staging.
Yes,
for
I
that
know.
show.
Both of these shows require so much, and I can only imagine as you're sitting here watching this, the caliber of talent that it's going to be out there for 25, 26 when we eventually have our version of the Jimmy Awards, the Tallulahs.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think about these schools and what they're doing?
Eventually, it's knocking on our door practically. Just saying.
Right. It's here. It's here. I mean, I think you don't do a show like Great Comet unless you know you can pull it off. So that shows you right there that they have the talent in that program. Same with Albertville High School. You do not do Tarzan. There is no student edition. There is no junior. It is what played on Broadway. You don't do that show unless you know you have the talent. So all of these schools have really stepped up their games, I think. And that means that they have the talent in these programs. So we're going to get to see them all flourish next year.
Right. And I'll tell you, I don't know of a more complicated show to pull off than Great Comet. I mean, wow.
Lots of moving parts and pieces.
And then Tarzan, there's so much going into these are big shows.
So then, like the first year out, you know, when we go around and adjudicate everything and see all the productions and that, do you think the first time out, do you think it's going to be like one person's just going to stand out amongst everybody? Or do you think that there's going to be like this real competition?
I think it's already evident to me from like, this is my second year back to Huntsville and like going to see the shows and getting to learn the students' names and the teachers, and it's already evident that there's a competition just waiting. Yes.
I mean, just looking at who the kids we've had on our TV show, I mean, they're batting in the major leagues already.
Right, they were so confident and comfortable up here and funny, and it was very natural. All of the students that have been on.
I tell you what, for BTL, the Tallulahs, tell us about and share with everybody out there about what the program is, the purpose of it, and eventually what you hope to accomplish.
Sure. So as soon as Andrew and I started talking about me potentially working at Broadway Theater League, it was on my mind that the Jimmy Awards is a huge national competition in New York City every year in June, and 2 actors from all the different programs in all the different 50 states come together and have a competition in front of a Broadway audience filled of producers, directors, casting directors. It's the biggest platform you could have for a high school musical theater kid. And most of them go on, the finalists at least, go on to have wonderful careers like almost immediately. And Alabama's never been invited to the table, and we knew that needed to change. So we became members of the Broadway League in New York City, and now we have been approved to have our first regional awards program. So next year, we will send our first 2 Alabama kids to New York City to compete.
And coming up, we've got a Jimmy.
Oh, yes.
A Jimmy contender.
Yes.
Peter Pan.
And Peter Pan, yes. Cruz is the new Peter Pan, and he last year was one of the finalists.
So let's give everybody an idea of what does this truly mean for those 2 young people from Alabama going to New York? What can it do for them?
And I'm not from the acting world in any way, but to me, it seems like that's an amazing thing.
Yeah, so, first of all, they're going to New York City, so they might not have ever been there. So that's that. They're going to be staying in dorms at Juilliard, I think, something like that, which is also pretty incredible. And they're going to be there for 10 days studying with like some of the top Broadway talent, doing workshops and classes and learning group numbers. And it's just going to be this big Broadway boot camp thing and bonding experience. And then they make friends for life there because they all have the same aspirations and from all different parts of the country, but coming together to unite. And then the whole competition, the night, is when they have the finalists and they give lots of scholarships out. And it's almost like at that point, it doesn't matter if you win. It's just that you made it here. They're performing on a Broadway stage. If nothing ever happens again in terms of like a Broadway life for them, they can check that off the box.
I mean, literally being put in the room with all of the key professionals, what an important springboard for these young people, literally at 17, 18 years old. They literally could go from there and just like shoot off into the stars.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing better for them than this. So.
It's just, I mean, it just seems like such an amazing opportunity.
Yes.
Well, I think we need to do the movie version of this experience where the 56 and 57-year-old versions of us can go back to high school,
right?
And we can do it ourselves.
None of us want to go back to high school.
I would go back to high school for this.
For this, I would, yes.
I would go on record. Yes, I would, absolutely.
So, but really, seriously, congratulations to both of y'all for getting this started. It's a very big deal for our community and our state to be the first in Alabama to send 2 kids off to Broadway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think so far they have, since 2009, which is when this began, there's at least 80 people from the Jimmies that have gone on to have Broadway careers of some sort, or film and TV.
Well, and I saw one in Back to the Future on Broadway.
Yes, yes.
And we're going to see one this week in Peter Pan.
There you go, exactly. Great program. Thanks for coming on and sharing about that. I mean, I was really impressed with both of the schools that were on today and the things that they're doing. So I just wanted to tie it all together. Thank you.
And how have the teachers reacted to this?
They're thrilled. I mean, because they all know what this is, and I don't know that it was ever really on their radar because there's no way that they can become members of the league and try to get this opportunity. It had to be organically, it had to come from an organization like Broadway Theater League, presenters, producers, somebody that could check off all the boxes to become a member in order to make this happen. So they are thrilled beyond belief. So
awesome. And like I said, kudos to you guys for making this happen. And we will see you guys at Peter Pan and next week on the show.
See you soon.